perfect spot to park early in the morning, or overnight should I say. So it's Wheelers Bay car park on the Isle of Wight in Ventnor. Nice Tesla, definitely a lovely peaceful spot. The sea is just over there. Another cracking day. We're really being spoilt this late summer. It's autumn now. We're in beyond mid-September. Not really used to this kind of weather. Sounds like a heron there being mobbed. Calling anyway. Out there somewhere, can't see it. Ah, oh, what a morning. What is it, the 18th of September, I think? Brambles covered in blackberries. Well, it's actually only the 8th of September, so God knows where I got the 17th, 18th from. I think yesterday in my video I was saying it's the 17th. I've lost a week or two. Ah, good grief. Is it really only the 8th? Go. Yeah, sounds about right. Thinking about it logically. The trouble with van life is you do lose all sense of time. Especially if you're effectively a freelancer. Kind of working from your van or working from wherever you're parked up in your own time. You really do lose all sense of what day of the week it is and even what time of year it is in my case. So it's the 8th of September, not the 18th. Got a bit of my life back there, which is good, I think. You can really hear the older coastal defence works going on in the background. They're doing loads of sheet piling and trying to shore up the defences that collapsed over the winter. All good fun. So I totally failed to go into the sea yesterday, so I think I'll go in a few times today. It's going to be another scorchingly hot day. Down at Wheelers Bay now in Ventnor on the Isle of Wight, looking east now towards Church. Absolutely gorgeous bit of coastline. So all the red valerian in flowers, there'll be lots of hummingbird hawk moths feeding on this red stuff. That's the old red valerian. Don't know what this yellow stuff is, but the red stuff is valerian. So one of today's kind of jobs is to go onto Blue Willow, which is one of those artificial intelligence kind of image generating tools. So go onto Blue Willow within Midjourney and see, sorry, not within Midjourney, it's similar to Midjourney, and see if I can generate black and white kind of pencil style sketches of images using prompts. I don't know how to do it. I'm sure there's a YouTube video explaining how to do it, but I want to try and create a book cover that's a black and white pencil style drawing of to kind of illustrate the next couple of books I'm going to create. And I'm wondering if having black and white covers will reduce the printing costs. It may well not, but I'll soon find out. Tell me in the comments below if you know. Either way, does it reduce the cost having black and white covers as opposed to colour photographs as your cover image? Or even if you just reduce the number of colours within an image by using art, AI generated art rather than photographs? Or is there some way of converting photographs into, well, you can convert them into black and white images, I'm sure. I don't know how to do that. I'm beginner in all of this kind of stuff. I really hope the fog doesn't roll in. It's the kind of day when it might do. So yeah, just to clarify, so you've got Midjourney, which is the kind of the AI image generating tool that everyone uses, and then you've got Blue Willow, which to my eye is essentially the same, but is completely free both of which you use within a Discord server. So I've had to set up a Discord account, and I'm going to play with those to see if I can generate book cover images. Don't know what the copyright future of that kind of image creation tool is, whether I know that I won't own the copyright of the images generated. They're in the public domain, which is fair enough. I don't mind if other people use them. They're highly unlikely to, but you never know. But it's fair enough either way. Don't know about the ethics of using AI tools to generate images for book covers relative to commissioning a freelancer to do it. There'll be other van lifers out there, one or two may even be watching, who are graphic designers who are worried about AI tools that I'm talking about and whether it will take their jobs and ruin their kind of on the road kind of income streams. I really hope it doesn't. There's a saying that graphic designers or book cover designers aren't going to lose their job to AI. They're going to lose their jobs to graphic designers using AI. Anyway, by the same token, my kind of book writing future is potentially at risk from AI, because you go on to OpenAI's ChatGPT, and that can generate fairly long strings of text. Doesn't have a soul, as Casey Neistat would say. So it's a long way, or it's some way, I won't say a long way, it's some way from producing nicely crafted books, maybe. But I think it is a threat to especially non-fiction writers. Who knows? So there's a coastal defence work going on, making decent progress, I think. So just down checking out the East Cliffs in Ventnor on the Isle of Wight. So it's part of my morning routine as a kind of a van lifer. Get up, make a cup of coffee in the van, which in winter warms the van up nicely. Such a small van. Putting the kettle on warms the van up. So I come down here, this is first week of September, and there's lots and lots of potential for migrating birds at this time of year. So there's a little willow warbler just up in this elder up here, calling. There's a robin singing. Yes, there's a willow warbler up there, just have to scan with binoculars. This time of year, all these little birds, or at least the migrant birds that we have in the UK, are all beginning to head south again, back into Africa, where they spend the winter. It gets too cold here. These little birds that rely on insects over the summer, they still want to be eating insects throughout the year, and the insects have all gone, or will be all gone, in winter. So they migrate south, tracking their food supplies, spend the winter south of the Sahara in Africa, and then in spring they head back north again. So yeah, part of my morning routine is to come down to places like this and see what's about, see what little migrant birds have pitched down in this habitat that's full of insects at the moment, so they can have a feed, put on a bit more fat, which they need to migrate. It's a very loud robin. There's a few robins singing all around. So those robins are set up kind of winter territories now, so they stay here. The robins, they don't migrate. And they're all singing on territory. So this is probably peak robin, the end of the breeding season in the autumn. So all the local robins have had babies, they've fledged several broods, and now, there's a willow warbler calling, and now there are just loads and loads of robins everywhere. There's the adults plus the ones that were born this year. So this time of year in August, September is peak robin. There are robins everywhere. Some of them are being eaten by sparrowhawks and similar things. But yeah, they're all trying to set up their own little territories. There's lots of scuffles going on. Lots of territorials singing, although they all seem to stop singing now that I've mentioned their names. God, the sea is so placid. It's absolutely stunning. If there's any porpoises out there, any harbour porpoises, or bottlenose dolphins, they ought to be visible on a day like this if they break the surface of the water. Can't see any. So if you're an Isle of Wight van dweller, put a comment in the channel comment section below. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're watching. So I know there are a few people in vans on the island, not very many to be honest. Don't really know any of them. So let me know if you're an Isle of Wight van dweller. Obviously I'm the Cornish van dweller, but my hometown is here, Ventnor, on the Isle of Wight, but I spend a lot of time in Cornwall, usually in Falmouth. But I do love it here. Always drawn back to Ventnor. It's nice and shabby. I like a shabby town.